It's one of the great questions of our time, the perfect wine for Valentine's. You know, love may be in the air, but the question, do you have just the right bottle in your cellar to celebrate with your sweetheart? Richard Harris, beverage consultant with Wells Liquors in Baltimore, with us to shed some light on this topic. Welcome back, Richard.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here. Look, we talk about it, you know, Cupid's favorite holiday, perfect dinners people are trying to plan, but they also want the perfect wine. Give us some ideas here. What are we?
Because love isn't more complicated enough. You have to throw a holiday into it.
Yes.
You know, it's really no guesswork. We will definitely make this uncomplicated for you. A lot of times you go out, rich desserts, rich food. You know, it's a special occasion. It's a one-off. If you're not quite sure what you're doing, but again, you have to lean towards more of a savory entree, like beef or something.
Yeah.
Rich blends. Tend to work with that. It's still cool out, you know, everything kind of works to kind of lean towards the heavier stuff.
Okay.
Blends, you know, there's this weird perception that sometimes blends are cheap. You know, some of the most expensive wines in the world are blends. They tend to hit all the marks you're going to need and give you a certain bit of variability to work with different things.
Okay.
Rich Italian reds, these are both from the north. Ripasso, which is a variation of a Valpolicella.
Okay.
Nice rich, again, a blend. Chocolate, rich meat dishes. You know, these are chocolate wines also. If you're don't have a sweet tooth, but you still want to have the whole wine and chocolate thing, these work pretty well with that.
I think those reds or blends with chocolate notes make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah,
going
totally,
to Valentine's.
totally, yeah.
We also have the idea of going with a sparkler, perhaps, you know, celebratory holiday.
Absolutely. You know, if you have the big question you're going to ask like that, you always want to have a celebration. No pressure, guys. But, pink, obviously, playing to the theme of the red, the pink, the hearts, all that.
Sure.
These are also fantastic producers, too. You can do a lot. Pink isn't sweet necessarily. These definitely aren't. If you want to transition this into dessert, sweet sparkling, you see sometimes people like Moscato. It's not a bad one. It's actually, I think it gets a bit of a bad rap.
You can go with the Moscato.
Yeah, absolutely. It comes in two different kinds. Okay. You'll see this. Sometimes it's a Moscato d'Asti. Generally, they have a softer sparkle, what's called a frizzante. Light effervescence. Anything that has a cage and cork in it, like a champagne bottle, that's going to have that hard soda pop kind of sparkle to it.
And then lastly, we have to say, I mean, if we're playing into chocolate big time, there's several over here.
Yeah, this is pretty much what you go for. Port, easy pairing with it. Got a lovely local dessert wine, red. That works again well. It picks up on the berry notes if you have like strawberries and chocolate, which is a big thing this time of year. Ice wines if you do things like, you know, a pastry cream or some kind of a fruit tart where you're not going to the harder, heavier flavors of chocolate, but you want to still have something sweet. This works really well too.
There's obviously just so much to choose from. These are but a few samples. I mean, at Wells Liquors, if people haven't been, you have an incredible selection there.
This isn't even the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, we've got some footage here from inside the store. It's got to be one of the biggest selections anywhere in Baltimore.
It's up there. I mean, you know, I think we're having about an 8,000 square foot footprint. Yeah, so we're stock full.
Thousands of choices.
Definitely, yeah. Beers, wines, nice artisanal spirits, stuff locally, stuff from all around the world.
I mean, just the sparklers alone, hundreds of choices. So it's incredible what you have going on there. And we also hear you're extending a special offer just to the Midday Maryland audience. Talk about that.
Yeah, if you see this segment, you come in and mention Midday Maryland, we'll give you 10% off your order on on-sale merchandise.
That's fantastic. 10% off your entire order at Wells throughout February. That's fantastic. So stock up for not just Valentine's, but for the month ahead.
Yeah. Be baseball season soon, so start drinking early.
There are many holidays, even St. Patty's ahead, so never too early to start stocking up. Well, look, we know you guys are celebrating your 80th anniversary, locally owned and operated right off York Road with, I think, the best wine selection anywhere, personally. It's fantastic. You have to come check it out. Richard, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks a lot.
The finest wines for Valentine's. We love it. And remember, don't forget to mention Midday Maryland at checkout there at Wells and get that 10% discount on your entire order. wellswine.com for more info as well. Richard, we'll see you next month, and thank you so much for being here. We'll be back with more Midday Maryland right after this.